not sure if you can see this, but it's been absolutely lashing it down.
Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 18th of May 2024 and today it's the first of a two-part European weekend, and for this part we're heading to Belgium and to KVC Westerlo for their game versus KV Mechelen in the Belgian Pro League Conference League playoffs. Yeah, got to say really excited for this one. It's a bit like in the middle of nowhere, this place really, but quite often these places turn out to be hidden gems. So without further ado, let's get into this and let's head on over to the airport.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
So just in Manchester Airport now, we just had a bit of breakfast and what have you, and the obligatory airport pint as well. The plan of action in terms of the rest of the travel today is I'm flying from here to Brussels Charleroi Airport, which if you've been there you'll know is a little bit out from Brussels itself, so I'm then going to have to get a coach into Brussels and a train to Mechelen of all places, which is where I'm staying tonight, then a service bus to Westerlo. Like, this place really is like in the middle of nowhere, tiny like village really, like I don't think of particularly high population, but nevertheless they're obviously in the Belgian top tier and fair play to them. So I'm just going to finish off this airport pint, then we will board the plane and carry on with the rest of the journey.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
That's real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Bienvenue à Belgique, welcome in Belgium. Obviously Belgium being a multilingual country, some parts French, some parts Dutch. I'm in Charleroi at the minute, which I think is French, well it certainly sounds French anyway. It's it's a bit of a faff on this really. The flight was a bit late out, but luckily I was in the very back row of the plane, and they did open the back door, so I was just able to get straight off, just absolutely sprinted through security, and luckily it looks as though I am going to make the 1 bus, which now does put me back on track to obviously get everything like done in good time. So if there's any issues I'll keep you updated.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
So I've made it to Mechelen, which is where I'm staying tonight, and ironically the away team in tonight's game I'm going to be honest, time is not massively on my side. There was huge traffic problems between Charleroi and Brussels, and obviously I had to get the train up here, but should have enough time to get checked into my hotel, drop my things off, then head out for the bus, of course. This place being somewhere where there's not a train station nearby.
0, 1.
Let's get started.
Here we are then, finally a new one off the list. So I have made it, like I've not missed kick-off or anything, but I have missed the warm-ups. Tell you what, this ground is a mission to get to. As I mentioned, obviously no train station or anything like that, and the bus to get here takes forever, but we're here and that is the main thing. And going into this evening's game, Westerlo currently in 11th place in the Belgian Pro League. Obviously the leagues are split now. This is for the Conference League playoffs, although they're not going to get them. I think only one team actually does, and they're miles off it. So yeah, a bit of a maybe meaningless game to some degree, but Mechelen are currently in 8th place in the table again. Probably not going to get the spot, but what has to be said is both of these teams are really like off form at the minute. Westerlo, I don't think, have won in like 11 games or something like that. Mechelen's form hasn't been too clever either. So yeah, someone's maybe got to break their bad form a little bit tonight, and it'll be interesting to see how that happens. It's a little bit of a step into the unknown this for myself, and I know I did standard liège last year, but yeah, don't really know a great deal about either of these two sides. It's a neat little stadium really, isn't it? Yeah, they're very, I'd maybe say compact, maybe the sort of ground you get in, I don't know, League 2, possibly even a National League, something like that, but hopefully like the story of how I got here, the stress I've had with travelling, just any delay I could have had today, I did have. But hopefully the game can make up for that. We're already in a Het Coupe, as it's called, which is Dutch for the cockpit. So let's just find out how the game will unfold. I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel ready to start the match. Forgot to do the team colours. Westerlo are going to be in yellow and blue this evening. Mechelen will be in colours that are not yellow and blue. Okay, so neither team's in yellow and blue, and now I'm clueless as to which team's which. Right, I'm just going to go off the crowd reactions before working out who's who. Okay, so the team that we're attacking there are Mechelen, Westerlo are in the dark blue. Not sure if you can see this, but it's been absolutely lashing it down. I think it's cooled down a bit, but yeah, made the pitch quite heavy. I don't know why, but Mechelen fans appear to be singing Wonderwall.
Mechelen, doelpunt scoort met nummer 5.
So I think they're doing a VAR check. Yep, VAR check. Disallowed. Why is it taking so long? This is why there's the vote in the Premier League for VAR to be scrapped. It's just making an absolute farce of the game. Like, no way should it have taken that long. Ridiculous. Half-time, Westerlo 0, Mechelen 1. VAR once again has proved that it's an absolute dollop of dog shite. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think, yeah, there maybe was something that looked a little bit suspicious in the build-up to what everyone thought was Westerlo's equaliser, but the fact that it was sort of dragged out that long is where my issue sort of stands with it, really. And put this on Twitter the other night. I think VAR's making games be officiated more lazily, because just about everything goes to VAR these days. I mean, look at that Motherwell versus Dundee game that I was at back in December. I mean, that was just absolutely farcical, that. And this has been exactly the same tonight. And they did a bit of a check for Mechelen's goal as well, and so there was a bit of a pause before play restarted. There was absolutely no need for it, really, because we could all see clear as day it was a good breakaway. It was clearly onside, no foul play in a build-up, and it was a good finish. So why was there even any need to check that? So that's all I've got to say on the matter. I think in terms of the game, Mechelen probably started off the better side, but Westerlo definitely going into this now, we're having some decent chances, and yeah, they've got every chance of getting themselves back into this game, and it's certainly not over yet. It has been quite a decent watch for the neutral, I must say. Obviously foreign football can be quite different at times, like the pace of it, the way it's played or whatever, but yeah, once again, when I come to the continent, I am enjoying it. It is a decent game, it's a very tidy setup as well. This is what I love about countries like this, like they've got typical English chants, but just sort of make them in like song form. Anyway, on to the second half. So I was checking VAR for something. I'm guessing maybe a Westerlo penalty. There was a big shout from the opposite end of the ground. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Right, nothing came of it. VAR farce number 2. 5 minutes of added time at the end of this game instantly. 5 minutes. Full-time Westerlo 0, Mechelen 2. But in my opinion, I think a draw maybe would have been a fair result in that game. There was certainly a lot of chances both ways, but ultimately it's about taking them, and that is what Mechelen did, and fair play to them on that. It just didn't happen for Westerlo above all else tonight, and that's evidently been the case for most of their games recently. That's now 12 without a win, I believe, but I've got to say it was a nice little setup and a nice little club as well. So I certainly, wish Westerlo all the best in their future endeavours, and I hope that they can turn the tide on this dipping form that they are having. I'll certainly be keeping an eye on them, that's for sure. I mean, it wasn't maybe a classic as such, but I think that's maybe a sign of just how good this season actually has been. The fact that, I'm coming to these places abroad and I'm almost expecting to see a classic or to see something potentially a little bit out in the ordinary, but you can't do anything about what goes on the pitch, and that's why I've always said the day I do see a 0-0 abroad, I'm not going to let it affect us too much, because I think a lot of the time it is about the experience of coming to these places, as much, possibly even more so than what it is the football itself. And this is one that I'll live to tell the tale of, how it took me forever to get here, and how when I set off at 6 o'clock this morning UK time from Mechelen, and I got here a mere 15 minutes before the game started. It's been an interesting one, but I think now I've not had a chance to eat since I spoke to you at Manchester Airport. I could do with a pint as well, I'm not going to lie, so we're going to head back to Mechelen now and put both of them things right. Maybe have a little bit of a night out to some degree, but all the same, Belgium, thank you once again, and that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with what is probably the main event of this trip, really, isn't it? And for it, we're heading to the Netherlands and to Rotterdam for the Rotterdam derby. It is Feyenoord versus Excelsior. It is, of course, as we now know, Arne Slot's last game as Feyenoord manager before he joins Liverpool of all clubs. So check back tomorrow for that one. It's going to be a hell of an experience. But until then, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.